any arguments about faith, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are an Hindu, whether you are an African customary person, whether you are falling as an atheist, the law does not recognize religion. The law recognizes nani alitoana mbesha. Mbesha, mbesha, mbesha. Mwenye kutoa mbesha, shambani yake. Mwenye title deed, bila kuonyesha source of mbesha. Ile shilingi kama si yako. Ile ndururu kama si yako ya kununua ile plot, you're wasting your time. Welcome to the 6th episode where we are dealing with the question of Dan Ngumi, the guy who was jailed, was paid money after being detained for 6.5 years in Bahamas court. He was compensated over 11 million shillings. He paid the lawyer his fees. He sent his mother 7 million plus. The mother registered the property in her name. The man is sleeping on the floor. He has nothing. Amepigwa ngoto. Ameoshwa na mama. People wrote to our crew, Bramwell, Cyrus, and Vivian, saying, no, this can't happen to the Muslims. This is purely a matter between Christians. The Muslims believe in the Holy Quran. Vivian said, no. She must go and look for an authority dealing with the two Muslims. Does it exist? Can it exist? Because are we saying this is a Christian theory? This is the research Vivian went, amevaa buibui, akatafuta na amepata in the Environment and Land Court at Nairobi. Justice M.N. Kulo J. This is the judgment of November 6th to 2025 between Amina Mohammed and Hussein Sheikh Aden Ali. These are two practicing Muslims. What is the issue? The lady Amina avers that she is the lawful wife of the defendant Hussein, and that in 2009, while residing and working in the UK, she funded the purchase of a truck in London. The sterling pounds, 30,000 sterling pounds. Remember, a sterling pound, the exchange rate is one sterling pound to 174 shillings. And later remitted USD dollars 50,000 and to other related expenses. She pleads that the truck was later sold and proceeds utilized by the husband to acquire a house at South Sea, Nairobi. Contrary to the parties' agreement that it was supposed to be registered in her name, instead it was registered solely in the husband's name. She's also said the defendant thereafter started collecting rent from another house and used the proceeds to purchase house number 32 in Amana Estate. She's funded the money to buy a property in his sleep, which he also registered in his name, and from which he continued to collect rent to her exclusion. These are Muslims. So the question, we are not attacking any faith. We are telling you that faith is not a guarantee that somebody will receive the money and do as agreed. This is a Muslim lady. She trusted the Muslim husband. She sent money to buy properties in Nairobi, one house in South Sea, another house in Amana Estate, another house in Isli, all of them, she had told the husband to register them in her name. The husband registered them in his own name. 2, he went ahead and started collecting rent. What was the defense of the husband? The husband said he was given this as a gift. He accepted because evidence was produced, but he said he had been given the money as a gift by his dear wife. He argued in paragraph 51 that the sued properties were acquired during a subsisting polygamous marriage and therefore constitute matrimonial property within the meaning of section 6. So he was arguing this property belongs to matrimonial property. We should be divided. I'm a husband. I should get 50 by 50%. What did the learned judge find out? Paragraph 28. The plaintiff's evidence was clear, consistent, and corroborated by 3 independent witnesses. The defendant's denial was not supported by any credible proof of independent financial means. The court therefore accepts the plaintiff's account as truthful and finds that the funds used to purchase originated from the plaintiffs by operation of the law. So the judge agreed that this is the woman who funded. What did the judge order? A declaration was issued that the house belonged to the plaintiff, Amina Mohammed Yusuf, and the husband was holding that house in trust for the wife. The other orders were that all these properties were given back to the wife. This is the judgment signed virtually on 6th day of November 2025. Mohammed Nkulo, a judge of the Environment and Land Court, sitting on November 6th, 2025. What are the lessons here? That whether one is a wife or whether one is a husband, if you have been sent money to register a property by the one who has sent money, whether it's your husband, whether it's your wife, any attempt to register those properties in your name, the court will find that the property, yes, the name of the one who funded is not in the register, but there's a trust, a resulting trust. Arguments that this is my wife, this is my husband, cannot be entertained. Any arguments about faith, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a Christian, whether you are an Hindu, whether you are an African customary person, whether you are falling as an atheist, the law does not recognize religion. The law recognizes nani alitoa na mbesha. Mbesha. Mwenye kutoa mbesha, shambani yake. Mwenye title deed, bila kuonyesha source of mbesha. Ile shilingi kama si yako. Ile ndururu kama si yako ya kununua ile plot, you're wasting your time. So today, any argument about my faith, we own properties together, like this man tried to argue, the judge dismissed him. What lessons to the diaspora people? If you send money to somebody and they have not registered the properties in your name, my friend, you have the law on your side. Don't go crying. Don't go screaming. The freedom is now there. The Environment and Land Court. We thank our crew, Bramwell, Cyrus, and Vivian, for getting this episode assembled and aired to you.